Hey folks, how you doing? Today is more of a somber topic. I'm tired. Last night I was up late. I made a video, which depending on when you're watching this, it may not have been last night, but I was up late making new scripts and new videos for an account that was having a hard time. And I think it's come back. It's good, but this morning, feeling the way I do, a little bit down, that no caffeine can fix, seems like a good time to talk about the dark side of all of this stuff, of YouTube ads, of media buying, of definitely of performance marketing, right? Whether you're an affiliate or whether you run traffic on a pay-per-lead or performance basis. And what do you do if it doesn't work, right? Because that's an important question that there's lots of people that'll be like, well, you just got to be positive. You got to push through it. You got to just keep taking it. I'm one of those people. I'm like, you got to keep pushing. You got to keep taking the activity. But you know what? Some days are harder than others. That's just what it is. And I predict today's going to be one of those hard days. So 2 things I want to talk about. The first thing, what do we do? What do I do when it's a hard day? I'm going to go in, I'm going to open up my planner, my productivity planner, and I'm going to write down one thing that'll take me 25 minutes to do, and I'm going to set my 25-minute timer. I'm going to do that one thing. That's what I'm going to do. When I do that, I usually always feel like doing the next thing because I'm going to choose something that I know I can finish that won't be ambiguous. It won't be like a video that I do that will it work or won't it work, right? Probably be some, analysis stuff. So that's the first thing. Just do something if you're feeling crappy in that day. Now, what do you do on a whole when it doesn't work, right? Because that's the dark side of all this. Courses, my YouTube channel, other people's YouTube channels, pay-per-lead experts, performance marketing experts, everybody, they only tell you when it works, right? I remember watching this video of Jim Rohn. He's a motivational speaker I've watched a lot of over the years. And he said something that, if only failures gave seminars, right? Pay a lot of money to go hear how someone messed it all up, right? Take notes, take really good notes, and don't do any of that stuff, right? And oftentimes that's what I'm trying to portray in all my videos is what are the things you shouldn't do, right? Like what do you not do so that you don't mess it all up? So here's a few things. Sometimes it doesn't work. When it doesn't work, the best thing that you can do is figure out one takeaway of why didn't it work, And you'll never know for sure because you can't, but at least you can figure out like, okay, look, I thought this video script was really clever, but it didn't follow the idea of one solid idea, and it was all over the road, and I didn't check the FK score, and it was like, it was at like a grade 9, grade 12 reading level. It was too technical. No one got it, right? Or my click-through rate was great, but my question on my quiz, the first landing page was wrong, and that didn't work, or whatever it was, right? So you got to have takeaways when you fail, right? You also got to realize, though, that sometimes it just don't work. It doesn't mean it can't work, but it just means that where you're at right now, today, with the knowledge you've got, the experience you've got, the energy you've got, and everything, you're not in a place to make this work today. Other people are making it work. And I don't mean to be ambiguous. We could choose a market. Other people are making small business loan leads work on YouTube, right? And you're not. And that's okay, right? It's not okay if you've spent all your money and you're going to lose your home and you got to sleep in a, refrigerator box. That sucks, right? But I'm assuming that's not going to happen to you when you flunk. So really all I wanted to put out here today is that some days are better than others in this, right? Even when you're making lots of money, some days are better than others because we tie ourselves, most of us emotionally, to the outcomes of our campaigns. I would recommend trying not to do that because then you can separate yourself and say, okay, this didn't work. I'm smart. I'm going to do another thing because I've had success before and I will have success again in the future. Rather than like, I'm crappy. I can't do this. I only had one fluke. I'm never going to be able to come back from this. I'm not going to get another video to work. I'm just not going to be successful. Because this is the conversation that many of us, me included some days, have with what we're trying to do here, right? So takeaways, keep on keeping on in the form of activity. And if you're having a bad day, just choose one thing that's short that you can complete, that the outcome isn't tied to results later on. Like just do an activity like whatever it is. Maybe you got to get your invoicing out. Maybe you got to balance the books. Maybe you got to pay your taxes. Maybe you got to whatever, send an email, but do something at the beginning that takes about 15 minutes or so. Some people say like 5 minutes. I like 15 or 20 minutes. It'll just get you going. Second thing, if a campaign is failing, pick the thing, look for the failure. Look for, crap, that's what it was, right? And write that down. A place that you'll go back and look at it. Writing stuff down you won't look at it again is pointless. Just don't write it down, right? Because that just makes us think we're doing something positive when we're not, right? So write it down in a place. I recommend you have a journal or Evernote or something to use. I use Evernote and Moleskine journals myself. Thirdly, sometimes you can't make it work, right? So a caveat here is don't take on too much at once if you don't have something working. One thing at a time, right? We take on lots of accounts, sometimes too many. And just think about a few videos ago, I talked about, figuring out what your income goal was, putting yourself in the position to making sure you're working deals that could potentially lend themselves to the amount of profit you're looking for. So like, don't work $100 deals when you want to make 20 grand a month, work $5,000 deals and get 4 of them, or work $10,000 deals and get 2 of them, right? So do that, right? A little bit of rambling today, but helps me clear my head, helps me explain that there is a dark side to this. It's not all sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns, or whatever your thing is, right? There are days that are harder. There are campaigns that are harder. There are videos that just won't work. There are hooks you just can't figure out. There are audiences you just can't find. There are offers you just don't understand, and that's okay. And it all comes back to the stuff that I'm saying on all my videos, and hopefully you've watched a bunch of them, is don't be in too many markets. Focus on creative. Focus on copy, focus on understanding the audience and the person and the pain points, and then how the bridge is to the solution. Focus on that stuff, and you will have success as long as you keep on keeping on at that, right? And on the days you feel crappy, it's okay, because we all have them. And, you got to take a day off. The world will keep on spinning, right? You just sometimes we can burn out, and I know it happens to me. It happens to other marketers that I know in the industry as well. So we'll see you probably in another video later on today, but for now, that's what I got. So good luck with your whatever day it is. Today's Friday for me, and whatever day you're watching this, I hope it's awesome for you. So subscribe below if this is the first one of my videos you've watched before, or if you've been watching them and haven't subscribed yet, because I'm putting out 2 or 3 pieces of content a day to help you improve your mindset and your marketing skills and your copy skills. So we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.